Hello, I'm Jeff McDonald, a Watchdog reporter at the San Diego Union Tribune. I want to talk to you for a few minutes today about investigative journalism, which I think is among the most important work that any news organization can produce. Watchdog journalism or accountability journalism is the idea that a news shop is holding elected officials, corporate leaders, business leaders, nonprofits to account. We want to make sure they're doing what they say they're going to do, that they're following laws, they're expending our public resources in a way that's reflective of how society expects and not steering contracts to their friends or putting it in their pockets. The tools we use in investigative journalism are public records, whistleblowers, court documents, public disclosures that are required of public officials, all sorts of things. Some of the same tools that are available to community members at large. We don't get subpoena power. We don't have the ability to force people to answer our questions. What we try and do is assimilate all the relevant information we can related to whatever issue we're investigating and put forward a story that reflects most accurately what the situation is as fairly and reasonably as we can, and give the subjects of our stories ample opportunity to respond or explain or make sure it doesn't happen again, whatever the issue is. Not every community has access to an investigative journalism shop, but there are ways for citizens to employ the same tools and resources that journalists use to expose wrongdoing or misconduct or engage their community leaders in a way that benefits their neighborhoods. If you want a pothole fixed, you need to look at who your elected leaders are, find out who they are, reach out to their offices. They all have staffs that are responsive to constituents, and by educating yourself about the issues in your community, exercising the tools you have available to you through the Public Records Act and court records and public disclosures, much of it widely available online, you can use that information to compose a compelling argument to argue for or against any particular policy that your local officials might be putting forward, or your state officials, or your school board, or your member of Congress. So some of the same resources that journalists use to tell stories that expose wrongdoing are the same tools that citizens can use every day to affect change in their neighborhoods. I think investigative journalism is, it's the fourth estate for a reason. It's one of the foundations of our democracy. By holding government to account, we're able to form that more perfect union that we all strive for. I would encourage every citizen to learn about their communities, their representatives at every level of government, and to explore and exercise the tools they have available to them to affect change that they see fit in their neighborhoods. Thank you so much. I think this is a great opportunity to talk about the importance of how you can contribute to your community.